Typical. Shut up, you. But shut up, I didn't say come and petted. But shut up. Hey Ronan. Hey Les. Yeah, I've just got out of a trade with AMC just as it was about to flush. I didn't expect it to flush. I thought I'd come on a little bit earlier because the Fed minutes will be out shortly, and I want to be able to cover them off as well. How are you getting on, Ronan? Are you green as well? All right, let's have a look. I'll get the Benzinga news. That should cover the minutes for me. Nice one. They're due to start in 4 minutes, I believe. I don't know what's going on with that bathroom. I just flushed it. It's a good job there's not a water shortage right now. Yeah, AMC was... Hey, James. How are you this evening? Are you green? Are you red? I'm just keeping an eye on the wider market. GOVX just plunged. I was watching GOVX. I did say it was going to sell off today. It took a while. If you look at it on the 60-minute chart, so I said there was a bit of a head and shoulders forming on this, and lo and behold, we finally take the plunge. So, I mean, it's a stretch for a head and shoulders, but it's down at under $2 now, GOVX, so I could see that going back down towards where it's fundamentally viable. Just the way it's popped up for 2 days and then big day yesterday and big sell-off, and then another day selling off today. So yeah, it looks weak. GME and AMC, well, GME in particular is having a good day. AMC I jumped on because well, it was moving in tandem with GME, so I was able to get this move up, take some profits, move up again, and we rode all the way up here, and when it started to break lows is when we got out, and it flushed right after we got out, which was nice. It's not nice that it flushed, but nice that we got out before it flushed. Hey James. Hey Roy. Just keeping an eye open for the Fed minutes. I've just got my Benzinga news feed open in front of me so I can watch for the summary. The summary of the minutes will come up on my Benzinga news feed rather than. I'm not trading unknown there, so I'm not trading pairs. This is not forex. This is equities. This is stocks and shares. This is the stock market. So I've just finished trading AMC. We made a little over $1,000 on AMC, so we're green already. We're going to stay green the rest of the evening. Yeah, so has anybody got any let me know in the chat. Actually, that was a quick turnaround in terms of likes, but let me know in the chat what you think. Are you bullish on the Fed minutes, or you know, do you think we're going to get a sell-off or a rally after the Fed's I've got the scanners open. I'll look for actually Black Sky has been very interesting. I've traded it, couldn't get green on it. I got about 800 green on it, and then I gave it all back and a little bit besides. So that was Black Sky. It had news of a government contract, and as you can see, I was trading it in this range here, 240 to 250 primarily. I got green, as I say, about 800 bucks, and then gave it all back. So Black Sky is interesting. Yeah, that's called inflation, Roy. Well, the Fed, the Fed news is about to come out, and it's you know, starting about now. So we're expecting there's some announcements from the Fed to start dropping now, Jack. So that's why I thought if I can talk through it, I can give a running commentary, as it were. If the news is good or bad, or if the market sees a reaction. I mean, we're already seeing a reaction on the market right now. So look at the SPY. That's a nice little pop. So let me see what the Fed minutes are. (2 p.m. Eastern time, which is about now. Just waiting for, because the minutes should be coming out now. I'm just waiting for Benzinga to give me the abridged version. Don't particularly want to be having to try and decipher all of the minutes as they come through. Being 100% honest about that, they're not historically, they're not exactly the most interesting. Yeah, Black Sky, very interesting, very interesting. So SPY bounced, now coming back. Missed this little pop, not paying attention to it. I finished trading here. This was the last action I got on Black Sky, and it was I'd actually lost. So I got in for a breakout here, and when it didn't break, we didn't get the follow through. I decided to average down my position, knowing full well we were getting this consistent support at 239. Put my stop at 239. I doubled down, and it broke through. So bounced right back up again, of course, which is typical. But then it broke down again. So Black Sky, interesting catalyst though. Yes, I totally got the reference there, Roy. Frozen orange juice and pork bellies. Clarence Beeks. So we should start getting some. Just going to reload this. Not sure why it's not updating for me. Got two feeds and one of them's updating, the other one isn't. Get rid of this one and just watch the one that is. So, full statement, Federal Reserve minutes. Economic activity edged down in the first quarter, like we didn't know. Household spending and business fixed investment remains strong. The invasion of Ukraine by Russia is causing tremendous human and economic hardship. The implications for the US economy are highly uncertain. The committee seeks to achieve maximum employment and inflation at the rate of 2% over the long run. Okay. The committee will continue to monitor the implications of incoming information for the economic outlook. The committee will be prepared to adjust the stance of monetary policy. Okay. That's pretty much it. Well, I was expecting something a little bit more convoluted, but no. So the first bit was caused a bit of a rally, and then sold off on the SPY. Because the minutes came out, and then I think people started reading between the lines on them, so now we're selling off again. So that's going to cause a bit of a sell-off on the rest of the market, which it is doing. So just watch for a bit of a bounce. Not too bad, but uncertain. Yeah, basically they could have said, well, we're doing our best, guys, but we don't know what more shit is going to come out of the sky. So we'll carry on trying our best. We're trying hard, but we don't know what's going to happen. So that's my interpretation of those Fed minutes. We're trying our best, but we don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, Tesla's falling in line with. This is the SPY. So if I look at Tesla, it'll be falling in line with the SPY. Yeah. You'll get Microsoft falling in line with the SPY, exactly the same formation. Amazon, exactly a little less volume, but all of the big S&P 500 companies are all moving in line with the SPY at the minute. So the Nasdaq, same kind of formation. So yeah. We've had our dip, we're having a bit of a bounce now. Yeah, exactly. You finished work, snooze. See, this is what I'm talking about. So you finished work. I mean, you don't work. You finished school. Is that your picture in your profile? If it is, yeah, there's no way you work for an investment company. And if it's not, it's probably because, you know what? You're full of shit. All right, so your mummy called you in for tea. At least you know what time school finishes. interesting developments with the Fed minutes. Oh, okay, is this going to have a knock-on effect to the likes of... Yeah, absolutely. Current high of day is 270. Just blew past that. AMC's choppy as hell. You see, mate, that looks like distinctly like a head and shoulders to me. There's your shoulder one, there's your head, there's your shoulder two. So it's on a 1 minute. Let's have a look on a higher time frame. So there we go. Oh, good set it. And go back to the one. There we go. We've got an upwards trend line to use as our support. Well, I think you need to go back to your day job. You just decline as far as I'm concerned. Going trolling TikTok for fun. All right, let's get back onto the scanners. The Fed minutes have been released. What's moving? Red box. Again. Not by much though. A nice amount today though. 18% up on the day. Still a way off the highs. Oh my goodness. That was a big sell-off. Pity it couldn't short it like I was saying earlier. I really wanted to. Chart. Look at this. So we were pre-market, and someone was asking me about GOVX, and I said it's going to sell off today. Started to look a bit silly when it rallied at the open, but I was right. Not saying I'm the best trader in the world. Top 3. You clearly don't know what you're talking about, Snooze. Technical patterns are valid for pretty much any time frame. They're just more reliable the higher the time frame, and people will come to my stream regularly will know that. But you can trade them on any time frame. GME. This old chestnut. Nothing with volume right now. Redbox has probably got the most volume. Last 15 minutes. Oh, that's kind of wrong. It's got the day's volume instead of the last 15 minutes volume. Let's have a look at Black Sky. It's going to continue to move up. So what do we think, guys? Initial reaction to the Fed minutes. Bit of volatility. Now we're back where we were. Well, that's about an hour ago now. I think the market is very much like the Fed minutes. Uncertainty. Not sure what way to go. Hey, Alphabet. All right, let's have a look. I get green on Black Sky. Questions. The top gapper today, 135% on the day. Problem is, it's still under $3. It's traded earlier, but as per my normal policy, my statistics tell me I tend to lose with these lower priced stocks. Under $3. Okay. Right then. Okay, so bit of a sell-off. Back down to 260s. I'll look at for any kind of a pattern. Fairly volatile, that's for sure. So the reason that Black Sky Tech is gapping up today is it has a government contract. The total contract with options is valued up to 1.021 billion over the course of a 5-year base period. They're actually a provider of space-based data analytics and space services, offering access to data sets and powerful insights about Earth. A 10-year electro-optical commercial layer contract with the US government. That's what this is. Very bullish news. Key data, 82 million float, virtually no short interest. I missed that entry, 270. This is the top performer. Currently 140% up on the day. Extremely extended up above the VWAP. And you're 140% up. That's to be expected. I'd like to see this break $3 before we before the close. Nice. But a little ways to go, but and 10 cents more to get the $3 range. Anyone else been trading this today? Black Sky Technology. Interesting to know how anyone else has got on today, because when it's moved so big, 110 million shares traded, is the popular stock. Yeah, Nvidia. I'll be interesting to see what. I might stick around for that actually. The Nvidia earnings. See how they spin that. Hey Roberts. I was trading it early. I got green and then gave it all back. Giving this 5 cents to the south. We're stopping at 82. Entry at 287. Looking for $3 actually. Yeah, Snap was a bit difficult to trade actually today. We're gonna try $3 here. That's the question. Once it gets over $3, I can scale into it. If it gets over $3, should never assume. You know what assuming does? There's ghosts taking a shower in my bathroom. Well, I was looking for the move up towards $3, but it breaks 290. Let's get out for a small bit of profit. That's the first candle to break a new low, so that's usually my exit signal. On the higher time frames, it's not had a candle break a new low, but on the 1 minute we have. That's why I start watching it. Oh, might just set a stop there for 290. It's looking a bit. A break of $3 with a bit of volume would be nice. Let's get up to 310. I'm in half mind just to take the profit now and have done with this. Be a green trade if I did. Expecting a little bit of resistance up at the $3. How'd you get on with Snap there, Roberts? Did you finish green though? Traded this earlier, got about 800 up at one stage and then gave it all back. AMC looking to move back up to highs. This is moving slow but steady, which is why just put a stop in the slight profit. The RTY, I can have a look at that for you. No volume at all with this. 134 at the minute. Up on the day, 12%. It's very difficult to trade. There's no range. No range to trade. Yeah, scratch trade. A bit of slippage on the stop, but I didn't lose anything. It effectively just cost me commission, so about $10 or whatever, round trip. Still think this has got some left for the rest of the day. What's AMC doing? Interesting. Typically these upwards channels break downwards with big volume. We shall see. Back to black sky. Wait for it to break $3 now. That's big psychological level. Let's have a look at it on trading view. Just want to see what the historicals are with this. Okay, so this has been up as $14 in the last year. As high as $17 February last year. Yeah, so this $3 level is a key level. Get on the see, it's a key level. Once we break above this $3 level, there's quite a bit of room then to move up. Distance level here, yeah, $3, massive level. Good, Kieran, how's yourself? To be fair, any day with 4-figure gains is a good day. Any green day is a good day. Doesn't matter what the size of the gains, but green days are good days. Yeah, we like the green days. We prefer them a little bit larger, but beggars can't be choosers this month. Take what the market gives me at the moment. Welcome back, Rolex. Good to see you. Actually, what did happen to elevation? That's a messy chart. Nothing happened. Good catalyst as well. So volume died right off. On top, in case you're wondering what I'm watching here, this is Black Sky, and it's got a government contract, which is what 10-year government contract, worth over $1 billion. B with a billion, or billion with a B, and that's why it's moving upwards. And historical resistance at $3, so I'm not going to trade it until it breaks that resistance level. From here on in. Keeping an eye on everything else. Don't know why GameStop was there's no specific news that I can see from GameStop. If anybody knows why GameStop rallied for 25% on the day, let me know. Can't just be Q1 earnings, which is confirmed for next week after the market closes. All I'm getting here is that it's rallying in line with the market sector, retail sector. Can't see that myself. There must be some catalyst. Anybody knows of a catalyst why GameStop's rallying? Let me know. Short float 22%. Oh. Power of technical analysis. Alright, let's go back to Black Sky. Oh, we're rallying again. Will we break $3 this time? That's the question. Let's go. $3 is beckoning. $150% up on the day. This was. I'm such a good trader. I only managed to get negative $175. Don't get the leverage on these price stocks either. That's another thing. You try and the 5, 6, 7 cent move, you try and cash in on those. They don't really add up to much unless you've got a decent size, unless you've got a big size, decent share size. You're only in for a couple of thousand shares. 3, 4 cent move isn't really going to make a lot of money for you. Let's have a look at Nvidia, see how it's performing today. Probably in line with the yeah, pretty much in line with the wider market in terms of pattern. It's up higher than the wider market, of course, but moves are a little bit more pronounced. But it's pretty much the same as the SPY. Look at that's your Nvidia, and that's your SPY. Could be the same chart. If in doubt, zoom out. $37 is the high of day so far. Right, so that's that line a number of times. 83. Now I know why. Yeah, I've got to be conscious of the fact that this 283 has been used as support a number of times now. But we've got this resistance of 297 has been tapped on the 1 minute 5 times in the last 20 minutes, last half an hour. Let it consolidate. 15-cent range. Keep an eye on that one on the other screen. Now let's have a look what else is moving. GME. Red box continuing to move upwards. Groupon. Have a look at Groupon. Don't like that chart. I like the move, but I don't like the chart. Relative volume's not right. Okay, spot on. Average volume. 1.1 shares traded already. We've got a little over an hour left of the day, and that's what it normally trades. So it's average volume, Groupon. Well, things are tailing off a little bit now. 120 million shares traded today for Black Sky. Let's see if we break $3 this time. No, rejected again. 296 this time. Malari, just double click on my face. So, or swipe left. Follow the link where it says the TikTok trader and the first link on the top of that link tree. You go in there. That's where you find it. Go into my profile, then click on the link. It says TikTok Trader. It will bring you to this. This is the link tree. The very first one is the course. Benzinga. Great tools, that's for the scanners, alerts, signals, Trader View for journaling and analyzing your trades, just to keep improving your trading. I also use Trading View for charting. So I use Dash Trader, which is this one, for access to the markets for trading, but I use deeper analysis for longer term analysis. I use Trading View. And of course you can get crypto and all the other instruments on Trading View as well. I just think Trading View for charting is great, and you've got all the technical indicators as well on there. But to answer yourself, Malari, top link in the link tree. First bit of advice before you even sign up to that is think twice, because most people that get into trading lose money. 85% of people that get involved in trading equities on the stock market lose money. That percentage rises if you include other instruments like Forex, futures, crypto, etc. It's actually 95% of people lose money. There's a number of reasons for that, and the majority of people that get involved in the market approach it without a defined strategy, without a clear strategy, something that's actually written down, proven to be successful, and they approach it with a gambling mindset. And if you approach it with a gambling mindset, you're just entering the financial casino. That really is it. So if you're prepared to work at it, prepared to learn the strategies, learn how to chart, learn how to read charts, learn how to spot areas of support and resistance, pattern breakouts, etc., then there's no reason why you can't be profitable. But you've got to be disciplined, and the emotional, psychological element of trading is probably the most difficult hurdle to overcome. Yes and no, Trini. So the first thing, the confusion that arises there is that if you're trading in the US with a US regulated broker, you have what's known as the pattern day trading rule, a PDT rule, which means that you have to be holding at least $25,000 of equity in your margin account to trade on margin. Otherwise, you are limited. If you've got less than that, you are limited to 4 trades per week. So they just limit you. But that's only applicable if you live in the US and are trading with a US regulated stockbroker. If you're living outside of the US, that doesn't apply. That's only a US regulation. Hey, did we not just look at Party earlier? Pretty sure we did. Yes, we did. This is Party on the 1 minute. 135. Like I say, it's not got a lot of range. Let's zoom out on the 5 minute. Having a good day. If you like these lower price stocks, if you're in it, good luck to you. It's up nearly 14% on the day. It's not something I would trade because it's much lower price to me. Which broker do I use to trade my stocks? I use there's 2 brokers that I use primarily. So for active day trading, I use Capital Markets Elite Group. Why? They're an offshore broker. That's not why, but I'm just going into who they are. They're an offshore broker. They're actually, I wouldn't worry because they're actually insured by Lloyd's of London, so they're reputable backing financially. But they give me up to 6 times leverage on a margin account. So being an offshore broker as well, it doesn't matter if you're based in the US, they're not regulated by the US, by the Fed or the SEC. They're not regulated by the US Treasury or anything like that. So PD2 rule doesn't apply to anybody that trades with Capital Markets Elite Group. That includes people who are based in the US as well. But I also trade with Interactive Brokers. I've got more accounts with Interactive Brokers. I've got 2 accounts right now with Capital Markets Elite Group, both margin accounts. I've got a bunch of accounts with Interactive Brokers. I've got a margin account, I've got a cash account, I've got my retirement plan is with Interactive as well, which is a SIP. If you're in the US, it would be called an IRA, but here in Europe it's a SIPP, which is self-invested pension plan. So that's with Interactive as well. So depending on what you're looking to trade, options are better. I find the options chain better with Interactive. I don't think I've never even actually tried to trade options with CMEG. If anyone's with CMEG and you've traded options, let me know, because I don't even think they actually do an options chain. But correct me if I'm wrong. But I like the options chain with Interactive Brokers. But going back to the main question, Day trading, intraday trading, I use Capital Markets Elite primarily. Let's go back to Banksy for 1 minute. This doesn't look strong right now. Looks like it's reached the peak. No problem at all. Happy to oblige. Well, 4 minutes till the final hour of trading. Let's see if we get an increase in volume over the next 60 minutes. Let me just have a quick look who are earnings this evening. I called it out earlier, other than Nvidia. So here's my graphic. So Nvidia, Guess, Williams, Sonoma, Splunk, Ox, Snowflake have got earnings after hours today. Modine, Viasat, Merco, and ZTO Express. So those are the big names that have got earnings this evening after hours. So keep an eye on those. Don't think I will be trading after hours. I don't like trading after. I don't mind trading. I kind of like trading pre-market. I don't like trading post-market. I just find the drop in volume, the severe drop in volume, and then the widening of the spreads post-market just makes it's so risky. It's not to say I don't do it. I just don't like doing it. Definitely getting a downwards channel. On the 5 minutes, easier, more pronounced. See, downwards channel, lower highs, lower lows. Typically, downwards channel can break upwards, but it is at the close, so will we have enough time? We'll see this break upwards and break $3 before the close. Then we can have a continuation tomorrow. This is the kind of stock that, with a catalyst that's just been released on it, it really could continue into tomorrow. And if it's above $3, I'll be happy trading it. Zoom in for dramatic effect. Are we going to break $3? $97 is the high of day so far. An hour left of the market. Oh, bit of music that we didn't have earlier. That's better. So if you're in the YouTube stream, remember to smash that thumbs up button. It really helps with the algo. We're publishing some more videos on YouTube over the coming days. How to trade certain patterns. Just struggling to get over that final hurdle. Thanks, Cool Nuts. Appreciate that. The wider market's having a good day now. So this is the SPY. Put it on the 15-minute chart so you can pretty much see everything. This is SPY from when we started. The dotted line is yesterday's closing price. You can see we're green. Fast approaching the 399 level. Nasdaq, or Qs, it represents that's an ETF that represents the Nasdaq Invesco ETF, and you can see this is similar pattern but good day. This is slightly higher than the S&P 500. This is nearly 2%, 1.9% up on the day. Best performing market so far is the Russell Index, which is the small cap index. So small caps are outperforming large caps at the moment in terms of 2.1% up on the day. So overall, market's looking positive for a change. We've now got a new high on the daily. Look at it on the daily. See, we had this 178.81, 178.97, 178.96. So 179 was strong resistance the last few days. We just broke it, so we're over 179. That's a good sign. It's a very bullish sign. So next level, ideally 180.50. We're just ranging sideways on this one. Is there anything else moving that I should be aware of? CNCE. Hot. Not great volume. Most candles are not even 23,000 shares-ish. All in all, it's not been a bad day. There's an old friend. Right, you need to come in because those stupid mugs are out again. Come on. Come on. bloody rats is all they are. Serve no purpose whatsoever. They should be carried, they're designed to be carried around in homosexuals' handbags. Elderly homosexuals' handbags. That's what they're designed for. Bloody Pomeranian yolks. They're horrible, nasty little things. Yap, yap, yap for no reason. Right, what was I talking about? Inspirato. Yeah, just blast from the past. AMC trying to test highs. 173's high of day. Enough. I've just been giving out about them yapping. I don't want you to start now. Hey, got a treat. Here we go. Take that. Go on. Be quiet. Off you go. You're not supposed to jump on the sofa and eat it. That's just taking liberties. But enjoy it. I'm watching you. Right. That just kind of died. Let's zoom out. Not going to see anything. I thought this was going to, once it broke that resistance level, I thought it was going to sell off. So I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, we're getting a little bit of activity taking place now. A little bit of movement. Especially getting 20-cent range now. $77, $78 up to $97. Is that nice with it? I hope you've not got crumbs all over my sofa. Cheeky little furry animal. What am I trading? Nothing right now, MC. I've traded 4 today. 2 green, 2 red. And good news is the green ones are bigger than the red ones. Between $2.80 and $3 is 20 cents. Give or take a couple of cents either way. So the lows here on this one, $2.80, but got the wicks extending out to $2.78. Now we've got $3 is the real resistance, but we've not quite got there to $2.97. So that's what I'm saying is the range that this range here that it's trading in. Just ranging sideways, about 20 cents. This is Black Sky, BKSY, Black Sky. I'm waiting for it to make a move to the upside because I just think the catalyst warrants it. It's where the volume is today, 130 million shares traded today, which is huge. Considering the size of the float. It's just won a 10 billion, a 1.1 $2 billion contract with the US government. So obviously very very bullish news. But when we've traded 130 million shares, the float is 80 million, so rotated 1.5 times already. Just waiting for it to break that thing. What did I say to you? I gave you something to chew on so you'd be shut up. Come here. It's bloody kids playing match attacks or whatever it is. Right. AMC looks to be... Won't you be going under there? Breaking highs. Be mad. 73 was the previous high, so yeah, we just broke highs, today's highs today on AMC. We're getting a nice run up. We're not getting a huge lot of volatility, so we're not getting the runs up in single candles or whatever. So you've got to be patient with AMC. It was the same earlier. I traded it here on the run up. Previous peak. Sky just consolidated sideways in this 20-cent range. AMC moving upwards in this channel. Zoom out, you can see this channel, upwards channel. Actually, you could extend this out to the opening range high as well if you wanted it to. And the opening range low, it's pretty spot on, I think. Yeah. Pretty spot on with that channel all the way up. And we like trading AMC. This is where I traded it. Got in here for this move up, and then rode it all the way up until it started to make lows here. Got out here. So nice, 1,200 bucks. We didn't trade high. We were very disciplined. We didn't go any big size or anything like that today. Anywhere. We've been very disciplined with our share size and our risk management today. So I've been reviewing my performance in May, and I've been treating the market like it's still a hot market and going in, being an aggressive trader. And I think the current market conditions are not set up for aggressive trading. They're set up for more cautious trading. So they've been a lot more cautious, and we're over 3 grand green. So clearly that's the type of approach that's required at the moment. Jen, you just jumped a huge amount. More volume, why? Let's have a look at that. Jumped straight to the top of the momentum scanners. News come out at the top of the hour. Recent IPO. Beginning of the month. No news. In fact, a little bit earlier it was saying how stocks, how it had plunged. Trying to make a bounce back though. Get on the daily. This is the IPO on the 6th of May, and they said it's plunged, so it's just made a huge move up right there. Yeah, and 9.50 that was in the last minute. 9.50 $2 move nearly. Can't trade that. Volatility, we'd love it, but we need it with volume. One without the other is pretty useless to us. We need volatility and we need volume. We get the profits from the volatility, but we get the predictability from the volume. Okay, so this is broke through, but broke. It's now at the $0.75 level. Might get a little, doesn't look like we're going to get that any support there. Probably going to go all the way down to 265 now. That's kind of the next confirmed level of support. Well, I think that's done for the day. AMC still working its way upwards slowly. Look at the chart here. This had virtually no volume all day. Started to move, but again, volumes negligible. Can't trade that either. Right, okay. So the reason this was moving up is that there's word that the New York's mayor wants to bring gun detection technology to the city's subway. Now, Evolve are a company that provides exactly that. Gun detection, hardware and software. So slowly moved up. Well, moved up quite well from this morning, about 225. It's moved up 50 cents. So it's up 26%, but volume's just not there. Can't trade that. I like the move, but just can't trade it. It's a nice catalyst as well. What's a good platform for day trading? There's a number that I would recommend. There's a few that I recommend. Dash Trade is what I use. So Dash Trader Pro. It's my preferred. It's my go-to platform. Sterling Trade is probably number 2. I think that's really good as well. If you've got a broker that offers Sterling Trader, it is a good platform to use. TC2000, it's got good charting on it. That's a good platform. Depending on which broker they work with, it works with a number of different brokers. those would be my 3 main day trading platforms that I would recommend. However, that being said, you can day trade on a lot of platforms. What you want to look for, so depending on who your broker is, most brokers have either an OEM version or a proprietary software of a trading platform. And if you have a look at their platform, get a trial of it before you sign up, before you put any money down, put any money into the account, get them to give you a trial, paper account trial for at least 14 days. What you're looking for on a platform for day trading is you want hotkeys or hot buttons, ideally both. You ideally want direct market access. Ideally you would want route choice, so you can choose your own route, market routes. You ideally want a platform that's going to give you the best spreads, the narrowest spreads, which is why direct access platforms are usually the better ones. What you tend to find is if it's not direct access, or if you go in with one of these brokers that's offering free trading, the spreads tend to be fractionally slightly bigger than you would if you're getting direct access software. And that's why you usually have to pay for direct access software, whether it be Dash Trade or Sterling, TC2000 or anything like that. So those will be the 3 that I've heard some horrible reports over the last couple of weeks about Trade Zero. So I'm not saying good or bad because I've never traded with them myself, but some of the people on the Day Trade with Tony course have given me some very bad feedback about Trade Zero. So just saying. Now there's a lot of good investing platforms out there, and so particularly for beginners. I was asked today what the difference between eToro and another platform was, and would I recommend eToro? And no is the answer. For day trading, absolutely not. eToro is not a day trading platform. It's you want something that's going to carry the right technical indicators or gives you the ability for scripting. So when you're setting up hotkeys, you want to be able to script and put in your hotkeys. So if you want to put trigger orders in there as well, which is why the platforms I already mentioned, so Sterling Trade, a Dash Trade, if you can put trigger orders and you can set up your hotkeys, it can place an order, and once the order's placed, it can place a stop at whatever percentage after it or however many cents after it as well, all with the press of a button or press of a key. So that's what I think about various trading platforms. There's a number of different platforms that you can use though. Yeah, so I've heard good things about eSignal, but I've never tried it as well. That's another one. Now, Trade Zero, as a day trading platform, it will work. But like I say, I've heard bad things from it. So we'll see. E-Trade, again, I've not traded it myself, but I've had good feedback from E-Trade. So there's a number of ones that I would say. Sterling for sure. Dash Trader. If you with TD Ameritrade, Thinkorswim's actually quite good. I did do quite a bit of learning on Thinkorswim, TOS, when I first started. For Dash Trader, but and familiarity is another big thing there. So people who have, if you used to doing things a certain way, if you used to having certain functionalities at your fingertips. Once you get familiar with the platform, you tend to favor it over others anyway. So, and that's one of the reasons I favor. I can trade with Sterling. So, for example, with either CMEG or Interactive, I can trade with Sterling. I can trade with Dash Trader. I can trade with either of the proprietary ones. So, Interactive Brokers as Trader Workstation, for example, TWS, and still prefer to stick with Dash Trader. It's not to say the other platforms are bad, it's just my preference. TTX. A little move to the north side. Got half an hour left of the market. There's not a lot of movement at the moment. I'm being 100% clear here. Just looking for some momentum, and there's just not a lot coming through. Well, that's not big issue if we already made our gains, which we have today. So I'm just going through the momentum scanner here. I'm not even looking at what the news is, or I'm just looking at things that are moving up over the last 15 minutes. That's a horrible chart. That is just horrible. I'll make head and tail of that. Red box still moving up. Having a good day. Breaking highs. The short sale restrictions list as well, so that's probably helping it. Just have a look at some of the fundamentals of Redbox. I want to see if what the short interest actually is. Quite a high short float. So it's 32% shorted. Redbox. And in terms of days to cover, quite a lot. With only, well, need to cover today. So this could be the results of a short squeeze. I know it was touted on Wall Street Bets Reddit forums. Oh, so Lexicon, what's that ticker? Remind me again. LXRX, is it? The top of my head. All right, Lexicon. Yeah, that's the one. It's right. Okay. So Lexicon right now, intraday. There's no trades. It's not doing anything. It's 161, slightly percentage point, fraction of a percentage point down. But there's been very little traded today. 234,000 shares traded. 235,000 shares traded. across the whole day. So very low volume. Look at it on a higher time frame. The range isn't huge. So we've got the peak up here at 180s, down here at 160. So we're kind of ranging over the last few days. We've been ranging at 20-cent range, which is 10%, more than 10%, 15%, depending on where you're going from. Let's look at it on the daily. Now, I can't think of any reason to trade this, personally speaking, and this is not financial advice, it's only my own personal opinion, which you asked for. My thoughts are that it looks very weak on the daily. There's very low volume intraday, so there's no intraday trades. The range isn't there to swing, and there's no catalyst to swing, and it looks very weak on the long term. So from an investment point of view, yeah, well, I wouldn't invest in any of these low price stocks anyway. But if you're looking for something that potentially could make one of these big parabolic moves, it would have to have some really good news to do so. So Lexicon, it's not something I would recommend to anybody, that's for sure. But if you're in it, good luck to you. I don't know if you are in it or if you're still holding bags from earlier this year when it was up at like $4 or $5. I mean, it's been as high as over $6 in the last year, but it's very weak. It's just nothing but sell off. It had a little bit of a bounce back in the beginning of April, but it's more of a dead cat bounce than anything. It's sold off and gone and broke new lows, and it's actually broke lows again today. So it's looking very weak, very weak. Redbox is moving again. That's the daily on Redbox. Yes, it is. Like I say, it's not moving with the velocity. You've got to, it's like a lot of these stocks today. They've been gentle moves to the upside, so you've got to be patient. You can't really trade it on a 1 minute or a 2 minute time frame. It's really, you've got to trade it on the higher time frame. So for example, on this one, whilst you can see that it's moving up, it's the ranges to take advantage of on the 1 and 2 minute time frames are minuscule. So you really got to be looking at a 5 minute time frame. Got some nice setups there on the 5 minute. One here, another one here. This one was lovely. In at 643, you'd be 50 cents up now. So sometimes when you're not seeing the setups on, or it's a bit slow moving, just be a bit more patient. Manage your risk accordingly. Trade smaller size and go for a bigger range. Trade in and trade a higher time frame. The green and red lines. Do you know what, Michael? I would do some fundamental research on that beforehand. Well, you might be right. Okay, so the green and red lines. Are we talking about these on the left? Is green and amber lines, or the candles here? Are we talking about the ones at the bottom? Let me know which ones it is. Is it the ones at the bottom? Is it the actual candlesticks, or is it the ones on the right? And I'll go through them with you. The squiggly ones at the bottom, squiggly ones. So this is the volume. This is the volume histogram. This basically tells you how many shares have been traded in the time frames across the day. So at this moment in time, I'm looking at the 5-minute time frame. So every one of these lines, it represents 5 minutes, and the higher the higher the histogram, the more shares that have been traded in that 5 minutes. If it's green, it means that it moved up, and if it's red, it means it moved down. If it's blue, it means it's a doji, and the opening price and closing price were the same. It didn't, over the course of that time frame, it didn't move at all. So if it's this bottom line that you're talking about, universal, that's what that is. It's the volume histogram. It tells you how many shares have been traded or being traded at any given point in time. Baba, we can have a look for you. No problem. Oh, Baba. Ooh. That was a bit of a bottom. Oh, it's a bit beat up. There's Baba. It's on the 5-minute, by the way. Let's look at it on the daily. As you can see on the daily, since the start of the year, it's been quite volatile, but it's quite well beaten up. Of course, it doesn't help when you've got your own government handicapping you as well, which the Chinese have. We've had a couple of good moments across the year. Alibaba, to be honest, I'm not sure about Alibaba long term. As a business model, I don't see what value they give that another producer or another company couldn't replicate or undercut. I mean, they're a massive, granted they are a massive online retailer, but I just don't see what value you get from them, personally. Just saying. Let's look at it on the 60 minutes, something a little bit closer. You can see it's downwards trending. Had a little bit of a bounce already today, but it's not what I would call slightly green on the day. It's not the strongest of charts. All ranging sideways across the course of the day. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, because if Baba earnings are bad, we might see a gap down. If they're good, we might get a bit of a bounce. It's not, the thing is, it's not trading like the wider market, that's for sure. Of course, it moves somewhat like the wider market, but it's very volatile. And a lot of the action takes place. The thing is with Baba, because it's a Chinese stock as well, what you're seeing on the daily, let me just go back to the daily. What you're seeing on the daily here is a lot of the action is taking place out of hours. What I mean by that is either pre or post market. How do I know that? Well, let's look at, this is the daily chart, and it only shows the action that's taken place during the day. So look how many gaps there are. These moves, all these moves are taking place out of hours, in the out of hours sessions. So the fact that we're getting such out of hours volatility is quite dangerous to try and trade it if you don't have access to out of hours trading. So you've got to make a judgment call and say, okay, if you've not got access to out of hours trading, you're making a judgment call, almost gambling, if you will. How's the market going to react to the earnings that I don't have access to, or the news that I don't yet have access to? And you get a lot of out of hours movements with Baba. It certainly did, Michael. I had no hopes for that, and maybe it'll come good tomorrow. We'll see. So elevation, it was a good, nice catalyst. I liked it, but you can see it's almost barcoding. There's no range. It's the volume died off. maybe it'll come good to go tomorrow. We'll see. I'm not so sure. I think it was beaten to the punch with Black Sky. Now, Black Sky, I don't think we're done with Black Sky this week. My own personal opinion, I think it's selling off before the close today, but I think we'll get over $3 tomorrow with Black Sky. I think we probably could go on maybe even 350 tomorrow if I was a betting man. But I'm not going to hold it overnight. I don't like holding these crappy low price stocks overnight. But again, say the catalyst is a good catalyst, but like I've always said, the market can be extremely fickle, and the market can be irrational and illogical, and it can do it for longer than I can stay solvent. So I'll not be trading. I'll not be holding it overnight. If this comes all the way back down to 250, back down to the $0.50, I want to see it bounce at the $0.50. We had a nice bounce at the $0.50 earlier in the day. So got a little bounce. I want to see a bigger bounce than that. I want to see it back up. Hold support at the $0.50 for a little bit. That'd be a sign of strength. We had a bounce here at the $0.50, so earlier in the day. If it keeps selling off, it'll be a problem. Okay, superpower workout. What do I think about Bitcoin in the next months? Right, okay, don't talk to me about options, user 6. Not at the moment. The answer to the, I'll get to yourself in a minute, superpower, but the answer to your question there is, yes, I do options. This is not an options stream, this is not an options channel, this is about day trading. Options, I tend to use options as a method for swing trading. And yes, I do options. I think options is a great way to leverage a smaller account. If you're looking at day trading, I would recommend that you have at least $5,000 in your account for day trading. Minimum $2,500 to $3,000, but ideally at least $5,000 or more. The more you have, the better. But for options, you can do that with a smaller account. And you can get good leverage, but again, you've got to be very picky on your options plays, because whilst you pay for your options contract and that's it, if it doesn't go your way, you can lose everything. It's not like stocks where if it doesn't go your way, if you've got a small account, let's say you've got $1,000 in your account and you go with options, it's an all or nothing play. You put $1,000 worth of options, buy $1,000 worth of options, it's an all or nothing play. It either goes your way or they expire worthless. You can sell them a little bit, you can actually sell them if they don't move that much and take a loss, but on the whole, it's an all or nothing play. But you can get good gains because of the leverage that you're getting with options. You can get really good gains. What I would say with a smaller account to do options, you take one trade at a time. You make sure you do take profit. Don't do what I did with Tesla. I had options for June the 3rd for $9.50 and I didn't take profit when it was at $9.55, but you know, some of us are born stupid. So we've got a little over a week to get back up to $9.50, and what's Tesla right now? Like $6.50, I think, or something like that. $6.60. So it's got to go 300 points north side in a week. That would be some recovery for me if it did, but highly unlikely. But the answer to the question is yes, I do. I occasionally do options. It depends. Like I say, it depends on how I'm feeling, and if I'm looking at a longer term player, I'll buy the options with it. The expiry maybe a month or 2 months out, give it some breathing room, and look for a swing. And I think using options and getting additional leverage with options is a good way to swing. So it did bounce at 250. Let's see if it holds at support at 250 now. Into the close, and then I think if we get that, we potentially could see another run tomorrow. Best place to gain reliable information. It depends on the type of information that you're looking for, Northie. You know, if what type of information are you looking for? Stock information like stock news, gaps, reasons for moving, how much it's moving, volume, signals and alerts. If you're looking for that sort of thing, then Benzinga is what I use. You can use FinViz for free, but I use Benzinga. I just find that gives me everything I need to find stocks to trade. Gaps and signals, alerts and all that kind of thing, Benzinga. So what you're seeing in the middle of the screen here is Benzinga. These are two of the Benzinga scanners that I'm using. On one of my screens, I've actually got 6 scanners open. This is just 2. I've got a gap scanner here, which I'm scrolling through, and I've got the momentum scanner here. I've also got surging scanners, volume scanners. I've got signals. I've got the news ticker. I've got, with Benzinga, I get IPO calendar, earnings calendar, all kinds of things, and it's based on the market news. I get it as it breaks, so very, very reliable. I find it absolutely indispensable. I'd be lost without it. So that's where I would. And if you want to know how to get to Benzinga, the link's in the link. Go to my profile, TikTok Trader. The link is there in the link tree. Check it out. You can check it out for free. Actually, there's they do a 14-day free trial. You don't even have to give you. All you need is an email address and cell phone or something for verification. But you just free trial, 14 days. Check it out. You can set up the scanners. If you want me to do a video on setting up the scanners, let me know, and I could post a 2-3 minute video on Benzinga scanners in TikTok. We'll see. Well, that broke with some vengeance. All the way back down to the VWAP. So, volume weighted average price. Let's see. Does it continue to sell off? Are we done with Black Sky today? Which is why I say be careful with these low price stocks and don't hold them overnight, because you never know how volatile they're going to be with the sell off if they do decide to sell off. Or if you're shorting it, it might rally overnight. Okay, I'll put something out. It'll be a basic thing based on the time constraints of TikTok, but I'll put something on TikTok, and I'll do that in the next couple of days. Probably I'll do a longer version on YouTube. Be helpful. No problem. What's the YouTube? Hustle with Tony. If you go into my profile, you can see it there straight away. If you click on the Instagram link, it actually gives you the link to either my YouTube or the Instagram. It's also in my top of my link tree. So if you go into my link tree, you can open up my YouTube from there as well. But it's Hustle with Tony, all one word. That's not coming back. What did AMC do? Did AMC sell off? No, AMC's staying in this upwards channel. So let me just zoom out and see what happened. I drew this channel earlier in the day. And it's been pretty much adhering to it all day. You see? Who says technical analysis doesn't work? I beg to differ. Anybody that tells me technical analysis doesn't work doesn't know what they're talking about. And anybody that says technical analysis doesn't work on the 1 minute time frame doesn't know what they're talking about. It works on all time frames. He's probably I've not seen him comment for a while, so his mum's probably put him to bed. Yeah, he's probably gone to bed. I'm everybody's brother, Chiscaribin. That's what you've all missed. The snoring Chow. That's been a steady incline for AMC. I'll be interested to see if I'm going to leave those trend lines on there for now. See what happens tomorrow. Will it break out of that channel or will it continue up? Shows what I know. I did say that it could fall below $10 today based on previous days' performance. But it's had a really good day. AMC. And GME even more so. 27% up GME. Look at this. So this is how it's performed today. From the off. Has some volatile moves as well. A much higher price stock. So if you need deeper pockets to trade it, you can get in there with 100 shares, 10 shares, and you've got 1,000, but 100 shares, you can make a little bit of money if you get on one of these big moves. $5 move, 100 shares. $500. Be interesting to see who's been trading this today within the trading community. Have a look later. Well, I was expecting they might be trading in Power Hour and didn't. I'm happy with at this moment in time, I'm happy with my 3,000. Nvidia popping ahead of the call. No, not really. Moving up all day today. And again, I've been moving up there as well, so I do like it. I do like Nvidia long term though. Could be a potential. Let's see what the earnings say. We might get some good news on the earnings. I'm not optimistic. We'll see. 5% on the day. Quantum computing. Bit of volume over the last couple of minutes. Let's have a look. It absolutely did. Have you been holding it all day, Michael? Have you been holding? Have you been holding elevation all day? I mean, it's almost barcoding at this stage. Shut up, or you get no more treats. Let's see, Mike. We'll put it on the 2 minute so we can actually get a bit more. Yeah. So we've got that break of the $0.50. So I lost money on elevation as we came into the open, and I cut my loss before it flushed down here. It did move up to the $0.50, which was pre-market high. It went up to 461, then came all the way back down to $4. It's been ranging at that $4 level pretty much all day, sideways. I mean, 10 cents, 10-cent range all day. I hope you made money at it, but the 10 cents range is not easy to make money on. I dare say there's going to be a lot of HFTs that have made money on that one. Just trading in between the spreads, trading in between the range there. Make money. There's not a lot of movement. You need more volatility. That's just not a volatile stock. You need more volatility. I mean, the volume's been there, for sure. The volume's been there. I mean, it's... Shut up before I bounce you. 29 million shares traded today, nearly, on elevation. $13.6. Where is it? Type it in manually. Looking for it on the scanner. Normally, see, with those cancer catalysts, normally do a lot more than what elevation did today. It's only a 14 million share float, so it's done more than rotated its float twice over. It's just not moved. $4. That's some manipulation, that. The bears and the bulls pretty much having it valued at $4. Diddy, I'll have a look. Do you know something I don't? 177, 174. You're going to swing it into the, like, there's ding, 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 the market's closed. 174. I don't recommend swinging anything under $2, but the way that it's moved up historically, when it's moved up big, it's not big, this one. Just trying to let's look at it on the daily. So what you want to see is comparable daily moves, what it did the next day. So it's moved up 25 cents. Here, 20 cents. Oh, and it moved up 25 cents today. Let's have a look. That's a much bigger move. This one was, so this one was about 30 cents, moved up across the course of the day. It actually gapped down the following day. This one moved up. It gapped up slightly, then sold off. Moved up here, gapped up slightly, sold off. Historically, I wouldn't say it's a good idea to swing this overnight. It's moved up on a daily, and it's usually either followed by a gap down or a slight gap up and a sell-off the next day. So over the last couple of months, keep going back, see if a little bit different here. We've gapped up with a follow. It moved up, gapped up, and gapped up again before last sell-off. But I just think historically, I wouldn't take the risk. Up to you. How much you're prepared to risk and what you stand to gain. As long as what you stand to gain is more than what you're prepared to risk. So the last time it broke from 180 was here back in middle of March. And it gapped up the following day, went up to 256, then it went up to kind of ranged sideways, and then it went up to 4. So it gapped up, but the last time it broke out from the levels that you're talking about, let me just flip back here, is down here. It had a big sell-off, and then it gapped up. So it's almost a bounce from the sell-off. So it was in reaction to the sell. Maybe there's a catalyst there, I don't know. But here we've not got that big sell-off. It's been consolidating sideways. So unless there's the catalyst to make it gap up, I wouldn't take that risk. On a pattern on which time frame? On the daily, I'm not seeing a pattern on the daily. It's certainly not a pattern breakout. Yes, you've broken new highs here. You've had resistance of kind of the 160 resistance that it's had over the last couple of weeks. You broke above that, but you've now got the $0.75 resistance. So you're at 175 right now as we're in the close. So you've got the $0.75 resistance. Then you've got resistance again at 185. Again at $2. You have to get over 215 before you start seeing that gap up type. So I can't see a pattern. I'm not saying it's not going to move up. I'm not saying it's not worth swinging. What I'm saying is I wouldn't do that. Well, there you go. If they've got delisting news, then I definitely wouldn't hold it overnight. Absolutely not. I mean, this could be very much like Luna. People buying the bottom thinking it might bounce. And if enough people buy it at the bottom, Luna's dead. Let's have a look at Nvidia. Right. Let's talk about the earnings. So Nutanix, good earnings. No, actually Nutanix is having bad earnings. 360 million versus 430 million estimate. $1.5 billion versus 1.6 billion estimate in sales. Nutanix is not good. Accenture misses sales, so that's not good. Splunk Q1 earnings per share 0.32. So the sales beat the estimate. Splunk. Zuora misses their estimate. Health Beauty. Box. Here we go. This is an interesting company. Box. So EPS of 23 cents. This is the 25 cents estimate. But the sales beat 238 million versus 234 million. So they just beat the sales numbers. Snowflake's numbers coming in now. So sales, good sales numbers. Snowflake. Good revenues. Slightly down on the estimate. $1.8 billion revenue versus a 2 billion estimate. So Snowflake's down. Not good news. Yeah, I'm just talking about Snowflake now, Jack. So Snowflake's revenues are 440, top end 440 million versus a 466 estimate. So they missed the revenue numbers. Their earnings, Q1 is earnings per share is 53 cents. Sales was 422 million, which beat the 412 estimate, which is, so it's got mixed results. Snowflake's got mixed results. Just waiting for the Nvidia numbers. The looks like something's not very palatable there, the way it's selling off. Bounced on the VWAP there. And this is another reason why Benzinga's great, because as the earnings are breaking, as the news is breaking, I'm reading it right off the news ticker here in real time. Box Q2 revenue 245 million versus 243 million estimate. So they just beat their beat the quarters. Earnings per share 27 cents, which is right on the money. Revenues 992 million versus 993 million. So pretty much on the money. So they pretty much Box just hit the numbers basically. No, it's not. It's yeah, it's in the paid version. I don't think you can get a free version for Benzinga. You can get the if you get the trial version, 14 days trial, you get all of it. But Benzinga, I'm reading Benzinga. So what I'm reading from the newsreel here on Benzinga is you get that on the 14-day free trial. A beat is no guarantee anymore. You're absolutely right there. Don't know about Safe Bulkers. They've just dropped their numbers, but there's an interesting one. So Berkshire Hathaway shows an 11.4% stake in HP. Warren Buffett does like to go big when he goes in. Anybody interested in E+? No? E+. I'll stick around for 5 more minutes, and then I'm just waiting for the Nvidia news to drop. Right, okay. That's why the conference call is for 5 o'clock, Nvidia. So I'm not going to stick around. I'm not going to stick on the stream so the conference call's in 50 minutes for Nvidia. Let's see what it looks like. Yeah. It looks like Nvidia's going to report a good beat. So we could see good momentum. No guarantee, but they've outperformed their estimates. It looks like. But we'll get the whole confirmation. How this depends how they spin it at 5 o'clock market time. E Plus is a company. They've just beat their estimates. Viasat, they've beat their estimates. They've missed the sales. Earnings per share beat, but they missed the sales. That's Viasat. Oh well, I think I was going to wait around. I was waiting around for the Nvidia news drop, but I'll catch up with that later. So I'm going to end the stream. I'll be back at it 1 o'clock tomorrow, 8 o'clock market time, and we'll do it all over again. Nice finish to the day. 3,300 green. Many more to come, I hope. Catch you later, guys.